So listen, we've got your Eye on Health live tonight, and we are heading closer to the holidays. We're recognizing, though, a very important emotion that may be easy to forget this time of year. There's so much goodness and gratitude going on that we forget about grief. So National Children's Grief Awareness Day is important, and we have joined, or being joined, I should say, by child life specialist from Baylor Scott & White, Taylor Grace Freiberg. Thanks so much for being with us. First thing I want to ask you is, again, grief is something that can be overlooked, but also, I think, subconsciously highlighted by the times that we spend with our family and friends. We miss the folks that are not there. Sometimes we forget about the kids. Is there a difference between child grief and adult grief?
Absolutely. So adults, we grieve intensely after the death of a loved one, and children will grieve in waves. So they will have bursts of grief. Think about like a roller coaster. So at one moment they have a really big emotional reaction, and then at the next moment they're asking to go and play with their friends. This is because they can't handle a lot of heavy and hard information all at once. They have to take breaks from it, and then they'll come back when they're ready to have those conversations.
And also, their nervous system is smaller than ours. It's not as developed as ours, so it can be overwhelming for them, right?
Yes.
Are there signs that may not be glaring red flags that, hey, my kid is struggling right now? Is there something that we might overlook when it comes to this?
So one of the things that we talk to families about is to pay attention to our children's behaviors, because they are communicating what they need through their behaviors. So maybe they're not verbalizing how they're feeling, but they're showing us that something's off or something's not right. So those are some of those not so common things that we could experience.
Are there any misconceptions? I'm a parent, I'm a guardian, and I'm like, I don't really know if this is grief. I'm gonna say they're just acting out. Like you said, behavior is their number one indicator. Are there misconceptions about how to categorize grief?
One of the common misconceptions that we hear all the time is that children are too young to grieve. And that's simply just not true, because if you're old enough to love, you're old enough to grieve and experience those feelings that come from a loved one that died. So that's one of the biggest ones that we hear. We also hear death could totally scar my kids for life, or they're just not at an age where they're going to experience it. So those are some of those common misconceptions that aren't true. We encourage parents to lean into those conversations and talk to your kids about these things, because they need to know.
Yeah, what would you say to a mom, a dad, a grandparent that has a kid at home? They've lost someone, maybe the holidays again are a triggering time. How do we have that conversation about grief and loss? Because I know for some kids, they get it, and then other kids, like you say, they process differently. What do you think the best way to approach this topic would be?
So the best way to approach it is to have an open and honest conversation. And my experience is when we meet kids at their level, so with a really little one, get on the floor and play with them. With our teenagers, when we sit like this, they're not likely to share those really big feelings. Go for a walk with them, walk shoulder to shoulder, and unpack what are they feeling. And parents can also share how they're feeling, because look, sometimes our kids are experiencing these really big things for the very first time, so they're looking to the adults in their life to say, hey, is it okay for me to be sad? Is it okay for me to be happy in the midst of being sad too, or angry? So model those emotions for the kids, because that will help them know what they can do.
And being honest about it, especially this time of year when I think all of us have someone that we're missing, or someone that we wish was with us, can make it tougher. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
So today, obviously, we are dedicating this conversation to raising awareness about children's grief. What kind of impact that could have on the communities, and it's an important conversation to have. So again, Taylor Grace Freiberg, thank you so much for being with us. Remember, you can always catch up on our Eye on Health segments on our CBS News Texas YouTube page. Doug, I'll send it back to you.